Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're going to be doing an analysis of Philip Morris International. This is a tobacco company, and the reason I'm focusing on them today is because I recently found out they're the one who's producing Zyn, which is exploding massively in the US, so I thought, hey, let's check them out. And right off the bat, it is crazy how much it has risen. Now, we're going to be using SMA lines and RSI. Now, let's first take a look at the SMA lines. As you can see here, on the 5, no, yes, 5th of February 2025, we have a huge hole in the graph here. Look at this. The stock jumped $12 in one day, right on opening time. This is quite crazy because even though their earnings were quite good, we can look at them down here. They beat the earnings with 3.4%, which is good, but this is a crazy jump. This might also have been influenced by the Golden Cross that was earlier in the year on Monday, the 27th of January. So there was already some upward momentum in the stock, but this is crazy. Now, if we look at the stock generally, it's performing incredibly well at the moment. If we see back here in 2023, it was in 94, and now it is in 151. Now, this is extremely high for this stock and also extremely high for this type of stock because it is, as I said, a tobacco company, which is often looked down, and a lot of pension firms and brokers won't invest in these type of firms because, well, it's tobacco. But of course, they also make nicotine pouches like Zyn, so they have a new way to generate income, which is why they're so much better than some of their competition. Now, if we look at the RSI, you can see here that the Golden Cross here has led to an increase disparity between the 50-day and the 200-day line. As you can see here, how large that is. That is actually crazy how large that is, which is a very good thing at the moment because that means that the upward momentum is just going to keep going up. So I think that right now this is a very good stock to be in, but also for other reasons. Now, if we look down here at the dividends, 3.54 dividend is crazy high, and this is 4 times a year, so that is going to be $5.40 each year. So that is crazy. Now, if we look at some technical analysis down here, it says strong buy because of the Golden Cross here, and there's the momentum upwards is really crazy. But also, if we look at the start of the year, you can see how much better it had started this year off compared to other years where 2024 it performed quite nice in the ending. 23 was a bad year, but stocks that usually do well at the start of the year usually do well the rest of the year because then there is more attention on them. So the technical says buy, also the analysis rating says buy. Of course, this 1 year price target is slightly lower than it is, but I think that's because they haven't had a time to re-evaluate the target price because, as you see, the earnings came out, what, 2 weeks ago. So a lot of firms are going to have to re-evaluate how much they think this should be. Also, if we take a look at the RSI down here, we can see that it has peaked quite highly above the 60 line for an increased amount of time. It was almost up at 91, right here 89. But look at how long it stayed up here for several days. This is very, very rare, and it's a quite decent signal because it was just followed up by, it came rapidly after the first one here, which also lasted several days. These often don't even last a day before being shut down again. So the technicals here are crazy good, and you can see once again here it almost broke through once more, and we barely see any drops, and the drops we see are much smaller than the spikes we see. So I would say this is a good stock to have in the mid risk section of your portfolio. Some might say these are incredibly volatile. I wouldn't say so because the prices is quite similar all the time, and they have nice dividend payouts. So this is one I would maybe have like 5 to 10% max in my portfolio, probably more 5%, and just let it sit and chill. Because as you can see, sometimes it's going to increase like this, which is crazy. And then I would maybe sell some of it just to make sure that it never increases above the 5%. But also the dividend payouts is just crazy. So if you like having dividends, good dividends paid out year over year, this is a very nice stock to be in. So yeah, that was my analysis of this stock. I would say right now, I would definitely consider buying it myself, but of course, always do your own research. But yeah, very interesting stock at the moment. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.